Hello, welcome to day 12 in my 30 days of IBS foods. Today, by happy coincidence, I am wearing orange if you're looking at this on YouTube. And today I want to talk about oranges. Obviously, if you're just listening on the podcast, that is pretty irrelevant. However, oranges, people are surprised that these are good for people with IBS because they can be quite sweet. And often sweet foods, you think about the high fructose foods that can set off some of your symptoms. So we're going to talk about why oranges might be good for you. Well, starting off with the benefits of eating them, really, they are known for being high in vitamin C. That's what we think about. People coming down with a bit of a cold, you think, oh, have some vitamin C, have an orange, have some orange juice. That's going to give you a little boost. One orange is enough to meet your daily recommended intake. Now, the levels that the Public Health England or the NHS suggest for vitamin C intake is only somewhere between 70 and 90 milligrams per day, which is not very much. And one orange will help you meet this recommendation. So you don't need tons of vitamin C rich foods to meet the minimum recommendation. However, there are many things that use up vitamin C in our body. And so if these are particularly under strain, you may find that you need a bit more vitamin C. But you probably don't need to get to the stage where you are supplementing with 2 grams of vitamin C a day. And certainly getting it through food is so much more beneficial because of all the other things that are wrapped up with the food, like the antioxidants and so on. So vitamin C is very important, but you don't need tons of it. Interestingly as well, oranges do have enough vitamin C for one day's recommended intake, but you can also eat other foods that are rich in vitamin C like red peppers or yellow peppers, strawberries, kiwis, broccoli and black currants. These are very high in vitamin C per weight. Vitamin C is really important because it helps us absorb iron and that supports your energy levels. It may be low in some people due to gut bacteria. So iron, some of it is absorbed in the large intestine and we need it to be quite acidic there. And so when you've got an imbalance of bacteria, sometimes you may not be absorbing as much iron or other minerals as you need to be because of the environment there. The bacteria are making it a bit more alkaline. So eating vitamin C rich foods can help with that iron absorption. The way that oranges affect our digestion is that they are full of soluble and insoluble fibre. If you've been listening to all of these in turn, you will know that the insoluble fibre helps provide bulk. It sort of feeds the gut bacteria, but the soluble fibre is more gel forming and that really helps to create a soft but well-formed bowel movement. You could get around 3 grams of fibre in one orange. I know most people like to peel off the pith, the white coating, and the more you leave on, that will actually add to your fibre count. So you don't need to take it off completely. My children like to peel off every single element of it. Now, orange juice, because it's concentrated down, it doesn't have the fibre to slow down the absorption of the sugars. It's higher for fructose than eating an orange because the juice is concentrated with more sugar in it than if you're eating the whole fruit. A very small glass of wine is 150 millilitres, so half of that is a low to moderate for fructose, okay? So you don't need much orange juice to tip you into a high FODMAP juice. However, the fruit, you can eat a whole orange. Oranges are low FODMAP. They're something I encourage people to try. Now, the only reason that holds people back sometimes from enjoying them more freely is the acidity. Sometimes people will worry that because if you have acid reflux, you may find the acidity in any citrus fruits like lemons, grapefruits, and so on exacerbates heartburn or that feeling of gastritis pain in your stomach. Eating acidic foods doesn't give you that much more acid in your stomach, but if your stomach lining is raw and sore because you don't have enough mucus lining maybe in the stomach because you have beginnings of an ulcer or you have an ulcer, you have ongoing irritation, inflammation in the lining of your stomach, then eating acidic foods in some people may cause problems. This doesn't mean for everybody who gets heartburn, acid indigestion or gastroesophageal disease, you don't always need to avoid all acid-containing foods. It will not be damaging you to eat an orange unless you feel bad when you eat them, in which case you don't have to eat them. Okay. So oranges generally are easy on the digestion for people who have IBS. They may upset the acidity and cause you to have a sensitive stomach if you have gastritis or bad heartburn, reflux. Okay, join me tomorrow for another day in our 30 days of IBS foods.